Good evening, y'all. How are y'all? Welcome, 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 welcome. Tonight, my client will be coming on this live. This is Mortgage Eliminator. How y'all doing? And she will be giving you an update. Y'all remember Anna Gothen? She will be coming on live. She's getting ready to, you know, she has, so just come on in. So basically, my client, is getting ready. She will be on this live. She just contacted me. She's going to be getting ready in a few minutes because today is her birthday, so she's going to come on here for about a good half an hour before she will do her birthday. I just talked to her, so she said about 10 minutes or so. She's doing the women, the women get dressed thing, and because it's her birthday, so she's going out. But in the meanwhile, because she's going to tell you the updated the updated situation that's going on. So while we wait for her to come on, because I did just talk to her, so she definitely coming on. But she, like I said, she just getting ready. So I'm just waiting for her to come on. So in the meanwhile, you know, we have a lot of great things going on. Like one of my clients right now is coming on next week. He's going to be giving his testimony. Um, but tonight, me, you know, um, it's just real surprising. At this point, stuff like that. So, in the meanwhile, thanks for Daryl and Tiffany coming in. Daryl and stuff. So, and so it's just I'm trying to just wait for her to arrive. In the meanwhile, did anybody want to come up to speak while waiting for her to arrive and whatnot? Let me see. Do an invite just for. Oh, just tell her she comes in, and whatnot. Just to have, just tell her she comes in, and whatnot like that. So, just waiting on her to come in the building. So just waiting for her to come in the building. Just waiting for her to come into the building. She's getting ready for her birthday today, so she just I just talked to her about no more than 3 minutes ago. So be up here in about 10 minutes. Um, so uh, just uh, just waiting for her. So I know the anticipation is crazy. Um, uh, so I'm just waiting on her to come on. Like I said, I did talk to her. So um, I mean, I'm just waiting on her now. Again, for everybody that just came in the room, my client has a announcement to make. Today is her birthday, or and she's getting ready for her birthday, but she will be doing coming on to tell you the update of what's been going on in her case and whatnot like that. So, I'm just waiting for her to come on. Like I said, I talked to her uh, about 5 minutes ago. So, she's doing getting dressed, and whatnot like that. Just doing a little bit of stuff that, you know, that people do when they get ready to go out. But before she go out to do her thing, she agreed to come on this live and let everybody know what's going on. So, you know, it's a you know, it's, oh man, you know. So I know we all waiting and stuff. When it, till she get here, would anybody wanna come up uh just to pass some time till she get here, just to you know. Let me see. Let me see. Um, just to see. Let me see. I just to hold just a little bit of conversation till she uh she comes up or around in order to keep um the energy going and get other people in this room and stuff like that. Um, mm. Hey, we got Donnie in the room. Donnie in the room. Donnie, yeah, my client got a big announcement coming in. Thanks for joining the live. Um, so yeah, we got her coming in. But today her birthday, so she's getting ready to go out. But before she go out, she's going to be doing giving the story on where her case was. I don't know if y'all remember a couple weeks ago, she came on live and told y'all, where she was in her case, with 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 her bankruptcy, dealing with the house, dealing with her car, everything like that. So she's getting ready for her birthday party, but she definitely, I talked to her, so I'm coming on. Now I'm trying to hold it over, because when they get ready, she get ready. But she told me that she gonna be on in about 10 minutes. So you know, um, I'm trying to hold it down till she comes in here and stuff like that. So um, yeah. So basically, let me give you the background story for anybody that wasn't here. So basically, I've been working with this woman. Her name is Anna Gothen. So the city and whatnot was trying to take the property from her and everything like that. She's been in there for about, I guess, since I believe it was 2017. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. 2017. So she was, she was fighting them for 3 years. So they were trying to basically take the property from her, and stuff like that. So like when I met her, basically almost like a year ago, they were trying, she was like literally at the wit's end with it. Oh, she just came in the building. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here she go. There she go. There she go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah. Here she go. Hey, 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 hey. What's
Hey.
going on? Girl, it was
So
hard to
actually,
hold this for 10 minutes. It was hard to hold this for 10 minutes. I'm sitting there like, how I'm going through the backstory. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to do anything. I'm like, oh man. Cause I mean you got people in here already. They ready to hear what's going on.
so it's really funny because I have an update to the update. So I haven't listened to it yet, but I have a voicemail from my old bankruptcy attorney. So we'll see what he says. I'll forward it to you, and maybe you can listen to it and tell me what he said because I really don't care.
Okay, okay. So if you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself. Because we got new people in the building, so some of them might have not even heard what was going on. So
Okay, so
go through the
I
whole
won
story
this
and
case
then
today.
go through the whole
Okay,
story and then go to the update.
okay. So my name is Anna Gothen. I had a case today for my Chapter 13 bankruptcy, which I was illegally put into for my house. It was successfully dismissed today. I get to keep my house. I get to keep my car. I no longer have mortgage payments. It is like today is
Tell
just
them the
the greatest day
backstory
ever.
before you do all that. Tell them
There is
the
no
backstory.
backstory. No, joking.
What did you tell them the backstory? Dang, tell
All
them
right, all right,
the
all right. So
backstory.
the backstory is I was really upset because I knew that something was wrong with my mortgage. I bought an investment property in 2017. It's a 5 unit, and it was wrongfully zoned by the city of Worcester. And so it kept me from being in a lot of programs like energy saving programs. It kept me from a lot of things. Along the way, I had brokers and people that were steering me wrong. I didn't know what to do about it. I thought about just not having the house anymore. That's how frustrated I got. I was in an illegal bankruptcy. I was pushed into it. Um, my mortgage company didn't offer me a forbearance, which is usually what they're supposed to do. And in my case, they didn't. They were gunning for the property because of the value of the property, which is it's a nice property. It's worth a lot. And so I basically had to fight everybody off and tell them that they were illegally trying to seize my property. So today was one of many federal court cases that we have coming up, and I was awarded what I was seeking in my judgment. And now we're going to move on to the second part of the federal process, which is just like the settlement and to see how much is coming to me from these entities that have wronged me. So that's basically the long and short of it. I wasn't really sure about a lot of consumer protection law in the federal sense until I met Orlando. He's been really helpful along the process. He's given me all the education that I needed. He's stayed up with me on the phone. He's listened to me rant and rave. He's been my therapist, which he told me he's also going to charge me for. But yeah, so it's just been a really long, arduous process. But the results actually came a lot shorter than I thought they would. He actually didn't even need to fly in to town to do this. The paperwork that we filed in the courthouse was enough for the judge to see things my way, which was the most incredible part. We thought we were going to have to fly him in. We were expecting all of this hoopla and all of this like back and forth, and it really wasn't like that at all. It was really cool. It was a fast process, and I no longer have mortgage payments, and I no longer have a car payment. So yeah, it feels great. It feels great to know that like there is consumer protection, that this is not like a joke. This isn't some get rich quick type scheme. This is setting things right that should have never been. For anybody that's incapable of reading the contracts that they sign, I definitely implore you to give him a call. Even if you aren't sure, it doesn't hurt to ask, because all of us are being misled with these contracts, and there's money there. You know, they're in it to take your money. You might as well take it back. So,
and this is a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Thank you.
Stress me to heck. I mean,
that's what I was designed to do. What you mean? I'm doing my job.
I know. She was so worried though. She was so worried.
Yeah.
I was like,
listen, it's a lot.
We got this. I know. I told her we got this. And
so I have my case was very complicated because of the purchase of my property, because of the value of my property. Me being in bankruptcy meant that I couldn't access my equity, which was really hurting me. I've done all of the maintenance, upkeep, and everything on my house myself out of my pocket. So yeah, it's a big difference.
Tell them, how long was you in bankruptcy before?
I was in a bankruptcy successfully for 3 years. And when I say successfully, I mean I paid everything. I paid $5,000 for the privilege to pay my mortgage again, because the mortgage company can stop taking your payments. And that's what they chose to do in my case, which I had to go to the bankruptcy attorney to allow me to make payments back to my mortgage company because they weren't allowing it. The entire ordeal was illegal. It wasn't even supposed to go down like that. But there was nobody fighting for me. And so they got to do whatever they wanted. And on top of that, my bankruptcy attorney took it upon himself to not tell me about a line item, which had me in arrearages, and I had to make like arrangements to pay it back along with my mortgage payment, along with the TFS payment, which is the U.S. trustee, or in my case, the local trustee. So I was paying my mortgage plus 2 more payments on top of it, while I had a mortgage company that was trying to tell me that I couldn't afford to make my payments. So it was just like a big...
They was literally trying to gut every dime out of her. It was literally trying to gut every...
Oh, yeah. They were trying to suck me dry. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And they would have succeeded if it wasn't for this meddling kid. Yep.
So, I mean, she has totally no mortgage payment no more, and she won't have a financial issue no longer.
Nope.
No longer.
No. And now I can access the equity in my house. Now I can do more construction and things to the property I already own. And my goal here is to buy one more investment property. I think I want like between 9 and 12 units. And then I'm going to build my house like with an architect. So those are my like personal goals.
And also too, we still got to take them to court now, the city. because
Right. This is the money part. This
we
is the
get
part I like
with
the
that
most.
lean, with that lean off, because they never got that lean off. Like after
Yep.
put them on
Yep.
us. So
So, and also what I'd like to go into, because I don't know if you do a lot, Orlando, and I think you should because it's very, well, it's beneficial to you because I want people to know how well-rounded you are. But he also has connections to people that set up trusts and will and testaments and things like that. So that's where I'm at in the process, is just kind of solidifying everything, putting it into trust so it can't be touched. I'm done. I really, what I told Orlando I want to do is start a church in my basement, so I don't have to pay property tax anymore.
no, ain't no tax.
He gonna be a pastor in my church.
Yeah, okay, whatever. I ain't gonna be no pastor. No, I'm
The church
far
of
from.
Why Not? I told you about
I'm far.
that. The
I'm
church
far
of what y'all
from.
doing over there? We gonna be a nosy church. We just gonna be in everybody's business.
I'm far from a pastor.
Yeah, we gonna do that. He gonna be preaching now.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
I don't know what preaching she talking about doing. I
Oh, we
mean,
could do the church of debt mortgage, mortgage debt. We could do a church of mortgage debt. Oh yeah, I got you, Orlando.
yeah, okay. Well, I know, and tell everybody what the day is for you. Hello?
Today's not. It's not. It's not till Wednesday. Don't get me up here lying.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I thought it
my
was.
birthday.
I just told everybody
No,
today your birthday. My bad, yo.
absolutely not.
I
It's
thought it
on
was,
Wednesday.
she
No.
doing an early birthday, so so y'all,
Yeah.
whatever. You know how we black folks do. We say
Okay, it's
birthday
my
this
birthday month,
month.
y'all. Okay.
She rocking out the whole month. So, so I mean, so I'm gonna let you, unless you want to tell other people something else. I know you got a lot to do tonight, so
Yes,
no.
I am sitting in the parking lot of wrestling, so I'm going to see indie wrestling right now, and it's already started. I'm late.
And you gonna tell them you a wrestler?
No, don't tell
Mm.
him that. Why you always spreading on my business?
All right,
I'm not a wrestler. I'm the opposite of a wrestler,
all right.
y'all.
So, so with that being said, do you have anything else you want to share to the people, or you just want?
Just read the fine print. If you don't understand it, get somebody to help you. I can't tell you who to go to. I mean, I can't tell you what to do, but I can tell you who to go to. I can tell you Orlando is very good at what he does. I can tell you he's very professional. Please don't let our foolishness fool you. When he needs to be on, he's on. And I'm the same way. I'm super silly, but when it comes to this paperwork, it is not a game. So if you want your life to change, I definitely suggest calling him. It's not about how much you have. If you have no investments, if you have no homes, don't even worry about that. You have a bill. Everybody gets an electric bill. Everybody gets a car note. So these things, if you don't understand what you're signing, you really need to get into it. You need to figure out what it is that you're signing, and you need to take advantage of people the way that they've been taking advantage of you. Because I promise you, even if you don't know how, they have. So just be informed. You're already spending the money, you might as well learn what you're spending it on.
Right. All right, ma'am. Well, I know you got a lot to do, so
I
go ahead,
do.
go have fun, and
Thank you for listening, you guys. And thank you, Orlando, for helping me. And thank you for letting me do your promo because I appreciate it.
you're welcome. And I need more promos, so that ain't that ain't gonna be the only one. All right,
Awesome.
all
I'll
right,
be here for you when you need it.
all right. Thank
Have a
you.
good night. Bye, everybody in the chat.
Bye bye. All right. Talk to you later. So with that being said, y'all, now the situation is this: anybody, anybody that got a mortgage, anybody that got any issue with their car, come see us. Come see me. I mean, I'm gonna wipe all that out, handle all that, do what needs to be done. These is the legal contracts. So that was my client. I got another client coming next week. It ain't about a mortgage. It's about something else. I got another client coming in next week. Gonna be online next week. Um, giving you his story. So with that being said, do anybody got any questions? Want to come up? I mean, say anything. Speak on anything. Conversation. Let's conversate. Let's conversate. Oh, let me put somebody up. I mean, let's have a conversation tonight, y'all. No, oh, come on, y'all. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. What y'all want to know? What y'all want to know? What y'all want to know? I mean, let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let somebody talk. Let somebody talk. Oh, let's have a conversation. Hey, what's going on, Queen?
What's going on with you?
Oh, major victory, major victory.
All right, tell me all about it because I missed half of your live. So maybe whoever's about to tap in.
You missed half of it.
I'm,
So my client just got off. He just got off. So let me recap. So before I met her,
give me the short version though. I need the short version.
Okay. Well, they were trying to take her house and her car. They lost on both ends.
Okay.
They didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing at all. They were so mad they shut her bank account down today. So
Wow.
I told her take all your money out and go to another bank. Y'all have a good one. So now we going back for the damages. Now we going back for the damages to go get the money.
Okay. That's pretty exciting. That's really exciting.
Oh yeah. Because they wouldn't let her get liens on the property, and the property is very lucrative. And they was really trying to get it. I'm talking top dollar lucrative, you know. And they was really trying to. It was really trying to get it. They was going by any means to get it
Wow.
and stop cold in its tracks. So she had to come on here and give everybody an update because she was on here less than about 2 weeks ago. But she was in this bankruptcy before I met her. They had her under Chapter 13 before I met her for 3 years. So they was gutting her pocket. Like literally.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What was your part in the process?
Well, I put the legal argument together. I went in there. I did what her lawyers wouldn't do.
Okay, so let's talk about that. So you said you did what her lawyers wouldn't do. So now why wouldn't her lawyers do this? And then were her lawyers, did they object to what was provided?
No, she fired him. She fired him.
Got it.
She fired him because she knew I knew what I was doing, how I was moving. She saw what I was doing in the project. She didn't fully understand what I was doing, but she knew it was making a difference, and it was making people move. Whatnot, and they ain't want no parts of it. The way it wasn't shifting the way they wanted it to go for them.
Okay. Wow.
And at the end of the day, they like, I don't want no parts of it. Get it out my courtroom. Yeah.
That's pretty dope. I'm excited for you. So, okay, so how can clients come to you? How can they find you? How can they work with you?
So like I said, I'm getting my team is getting my systems together now. It's called like my back systems, payments, whatever. But they can find me on IG, and we could set up a consultation and find out what the situation is and what your situation is, and we'll, shoot over a contract to you. Go over what's going to be done once you sign that contract, and we get the, our, get the contracts all situated, get the revenue situated, then
Right.
we get to
So,
work.
so let me ask you. So I'm not sure if you can work for me, right? So in my case, I actually paid off my mortgage, but I paid off my mortgage using a line of credit, right? Because it doesn't make sense to pay a mortgage because a mortgage is a ridiculous amount, right? Now with what you're talking about, would it also work with the line of credit as well?
Yeah, because you're the financier. Your credit financed the transaction that closed. It was already paid at closing, so they ripped you off as well. You signed a unilateral contract that was illegal because they never disclosed the true nature of how they was using the contract, because they collateralized the signature and sold it about 30 times over. And then they didn't get you to sign the SSA 89 form that gave them authorization. They gave them authorization to even run the social. Because without even signing that, the SSA 89 form, they can't even run the social without your consent. So if you
Okay,
don't
so
even,
Orlando, if we go through this process, do I lose the equity in my home? Do I no longer have access to the equity in my home?
no, no, no. You
Because
already,
doesn't the
you
equity in my
already,
home have to be leveraged
no,
against the property, right?
no. What it is, they already ripped you off, Queen. The contract that they gave you was no good. It was fraud from the beginning. They
Right,
never
I got
told you
that.
what. Right.
So
So how do you let? So
how do I access my um
the credit,
no,
the
not my
credit.
credit. No, not my credit. I literally just had a brain fart. Um the equity in my home. How do I access that?
Anybody could. You could. You negotiate the. Y'all negotiate the term of the contract. You and them. You already have a contract, because once you ran that line of credit, you can change the terms of that contract and say, no, we got to redo these contracts because this is the unilateral contract. This ain't gonna work. First of
Okay,
all,
so we redo the contract based on the terms in which I deem to be fair for me.
yeah, yeah. Every contract. See, you got the power, because let me explain something. When they sell your data, and they do that third party stuff and all that, and they sell that data, they got to get your consent for all that to happen, right?
Right.
So if they don't get your consent, that's how they're pulling their money. They're not pulling it by Federal Reserve notes. $100 bill is 17 cents to print. So I want people to understand the aspect of real economic wealth. It ain't Federal Reserve notes bringing the economic wealth. It's that credit. When you go on boat trips and anything else, it's that credit. But you're under the Truth in Lending Act, you're a private lender. You are a private educational lender. So I want people to understand that. The only reason why when you get in them contracts, it's like you gotta pay this, you gotta pay that, because it's a unilateral contract that they don't disclose, and they know that the consumer doesn't understand the legal legality of it. Okay, that's how they trick, and that's how they play, right? But there's a thing in the law that called the Plain Language Act. All contracts are supposed to be in plain language for the consumer, so they can understand the contracts which they enter into. But no business does that. So just on that premise alone, you can cancel any contract. The IRS will come after them for doing these illegal acts once you file certain paperwork.
Okay, got
Because
it.
they already know that's where the 2008 housing bubble came from. That's the same thing they're doing now. Because these illegal contracts where someone worked at a McDonald's, but they was getting a $300,000 house, but you making $7 an hour flipping burgers. And they knew damn good and well that, I mean, first of all, they credit financed the transaction because evidently, if a Federal Reserve note is $100, is 17 cents to print $100 bill, then I mean, come on. Now I mean, you think that's going to pay a $300,000 piece of property? Please, it's the credit. Their credit finance. Nobody in America needs to be losing a house because when they do a foreclosure. When they do a foreclosure, it ain't the mortgage company foreclosure, it's the state. The state is hiring the attorney. The mortgage company doesn't have any legal authority. You know how they get the property, the mortgage company? You know when they send the 45-day notices, oh, we going to throw you out, hurry up, do this, or whatever. They want you to get scared and run out the door. Because when you run out the door, they'll do an abandonment. They'll do a 1099 IRS form, and they'll claim abandonment on the property and take it by abandonment. That's how they
Okay,
get.
so you talking real spicy, right? You talking real spicy. I like where you at. I like where you at. Cause you my guy,
Oh,
Orlando, right? You my guy, right? Okay. We said we gonna link up, But I'm
right.
still trying to get to the question or get to the answer of if a person has, let's just say, about $300,000 worth of equity inside of the home, right?
Mm-hmm.
The way you currently do it is you have to take out a loan against that and use your home as collateral. Okay? That's how you currently have to do
That's
that.
how it is because they know the consumer doesn't know they have negotiating power because you are the lender. I want you to understand that, Queen. You are the lender. That
Okay.
means if I'm lending you the right to use my credit, how the hell are you going to tell me what the terms and conditions and I'm the one lending it to you for the purpose of making a profit off of my personal information. Let's get real. Let's get real. When you go to the bank, you should not be asking what's the terms and condition of what my percentage rate is of credit. Your credit is an open-ended line of credit. You know it's illegal to close a credit card. It is illegal to close a credit card. Okay, so you have all the negotiating power that you want to have. And if they don't, and they ain't gonna let you walk out that door. Not when you talking about a $300,000 house, they gonna try to do anything to negotiate whatever you want to negotiate. That's your money walking out the door, your assets walking out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So understand, you can renegotiate the terms, and you can say, I don't. This shit is bullshit. We renegotiating, or I'm out the fucking door with my $300,000 of fucking approval. Either you gonna play ball like I want, or I take it to somebody else that fucking will.
Okay, so Orlando, tell me about your success rates. Are you living in a home, paid for home under your conditions?
Right now, no, but I'm in the process of getting one now because right now the situation is I have to divert because I have one of my family members have a health issue,
I understand.
and I don't really want to
Nope, I got
go
it.
into it.
Yep, I
But
understand.
that's the reason, one of the reasons why,
Okay.
and that's my wife.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, no. But can I get one? Yes. I don't have nothing. I'm not worried about it.
So
You know, I can.
tell me your success stories outside the one we just celebrated.
So my next door neighbor got my next door neighbor, his sister, my next door neighbor that's right next door,
Mm-hmm.
his sister, two, one in Maryland, the one that just came on. But actually, she's the third one in Maryland. She's the third one in Maryland. So I'm actually working on another. Most of my clients coming out of Maryland, but
Okay.
you know, and whatnot. And I had one that I'm working in the morning meetup, and Julian. So me and Julian.
Okay.
So working on Julian in Miami.
I'm gonna text you my email address. Send me the contract. Send me what you got. And let's see if this works. Cause listen, right? All you need is to like, the right person to just blow up and get this going for you, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I did this because from now on I'm doing all my testimonies on here. So the actual people is gonna be my receipt
Right.
right there.
Right. Well,
You know.
I hope that I'm gonna be your receipt. I hope that I
Oh
am
no,
gonna be your testimony.
you gonna be my receipt. Oh, you gonna be my receipt.
Oh, I'm gonna be your receipt. Oh, I'm gonna be
Um,
your receipt.
Anybody that sign a contract with me, they gonna be a receipt.
I love that. And then you
They,
can well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna say you could take away all the rest of my debt too, but
no, I do that. I dissect contract. It ain't just mortgage contract. I mean, mortgages is what I do, but I dissect car contracts, gas bill, electric bill. I got a client coming on next week. He needed help with a. They wanted to get him in debt for a utility bill.
so if I buy a G-Wagon, right?
Right,
Today,
right,
right?
right,
I buy a
right.
G-Wagon today.
Mm-hmm.
I start working with you, right? I could
Right.
quite possibly be riding that G-Wagon for free.
Yes, ma'am. Without a doubt. Cause she had a car note too in the bankruptcy. They ain't touched the car, they ain't get the house. Ah, yes. I
So this could
dissect contract.
So why do people say, because I was on a call the other day and somebody was talking, spicy like you, talking consumer law type stuff, right? And somebody was like, you got to be careful because they'll lock you up, if you don't know what you're doing, da da da, woo woo woo,
I
right?
get it. And they're right. Because if you don't know what you're doing, you will get jammed up. That ain't no lie. But
Mm-hmm.
you looking at somebody that studied this 10 years down the pipe. I ain't jump off the bridge. I ain't
So
jump
you,
off the bridge.
so you
I ain't jump
basically
off.
saying that, so you basically saying that what I'm saying is true, but if you work with a professional, you can avoid that.
Right. It took me 10 years to understand this game. This is
Mm-hmm.
only about bookkeeping, taxes, accounting, and trust law. The United States is a business. Just like if you do Walmart or Target. The IRS is your accounting mechanism for everything. They wipe out everything. I don't care what it is. They have no choice but to wipe it out, because if your Federal Reserve notes for every $100 bill is 17 cents, come on. It's bookkeeping, accounting, trust law, and tax. You have to keep the book. It's ledger. They put it on a ledger. Okay? That's all it is.
So will
And
this
see,
mess up my credit worthiness for the future?
how is it going to mess it up, Queen? It's a
I'm
ledger.
asking. I'm just asking.
I'm saying it can't. And if they say you owe a debt, if you're the creditor, how do you owe a debt? If you're the lender, if you're lending the credit, it says it in 15 USC section 1602 of the Truth in Lending Act. The definition credit. I don't remember it verbatimly, but in that section, it calls you a private lender. You can't be a private lender and a debtor at the same time. And then also, how you gonna pay a debt with a debt? Federal Reserve notes are debt notes. They are debt notes. And they wasn't even meant for the public. They were military scripts for the military.
Orlando, you talking spicy right now.
Hey, I like the questions you giving.
Uh-huh.
I like the questions you giving me, but I'm telling you 100%. But they don't want the general public to understand and know this.
So you trying to tell me I could be out here like, because here's the thing. Auntie Shaky loves to look good, right? Okay.
Oh, I know you do. I saw a couple of your posts on your
So
track doing your thing,
so anyway, but I like to do that as less expensive as possible, right? So you're trying to tell me I could be out here traveling and driving good and living good in these streets?
Why you think Donald Trump only paid $750? Come on. He ain't paid $750 because they just liked him, because he know the game. You gotta know the game. It's a game out here. It's the game out here. You gotta when you got assets, put them in a trust. Get them out your name. Your personal car don't have to be registered. It's because when they register your car, they're using it for tax purposes. They're taking loans against the title. But then they reclassify, because your car is not a car, it's a private automobile for private travel. When you register on the county, it's for commercial purpose. That's the only time it's supposed to be registered, unless you're using it for commercial purpose. If you ain't doing that, then it ain't got to be registered. Because then all you say is, show me the law, not the policy or procedure of the city or state municipality. Show me the law that requires me to register.
Okay, so how does this relate to taxes, right? So the taxes that we have to pay on our property. So do we still have to pay property tax?
No. Property taxes are illegal.
Say what now?
Property taxes are illegal.
Orlando, you have to break that all the way down.
Okay, so let me explain. Under the Constitution, it's under the Constitution that no property tax is ever supposed to be on private dwelling at all, at no time. This was where the forefathers broke it down, and they did this in every state. This is in state constitution. Okay? Yeah, we getting spicy.
Yeah, we getting spicy. We getting
Yeah,
spicy.
for real. For real.
So,
So,
okay, because you need taxes to be able to pay for the facilities within the community and you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
keep
but
the
but
infrastructure
you
going.
gotta negotiate that with you, Queen. Yeah. If you could, this is a business, Queen. They eating off you as a queen, as a brother. They eating off. They gotta sit back and they gotta say, wait a minute. When you got that credit, when you got that 800 credit score, and you got that Hummer, and you riding in that Hummer, oh, you top notch. You top notch equity to them. But they ain't talking to you like you a boss lady. They talking to you like, yo, you owe us. I owe you what? No, what we need to be doing is I'm a shareholder because your birth certificate is an asset. It's also a property. Under that birth certificate, they claim you as a piece of property. So you have assets, you're a shareholder, and you have and your property. So that's a three-part breakdown. Because when your mother and father signed that birth certificate, they were signing a contract with a corporation called the United States Corporation Company in 1925 that's registered as a business with the Secretary of State.
Whew. So you talking about we don't need to be paying property taxes, right?
Right.
All right. What about when I go to get a mortgage, right? I want a mortgage. How do I enter this mortgage with the terms in the beginning, set in the
How about
beginning?
you don't need one at all? You know how you get one? I'm gonna run the play.
All right,
I'm gonna
run the
run
play.
all right, run the play. The play is, let's say you want to find a house for 300,000.
Right.
So let's say a person tell you, yo, I'm trying to get out my house. I'm tired of the house. I'm tired of trying to fix it up. I just want to be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell them, okay. Now I mean, how about I get it all? Y'all work out the terms and agreement, work out the deal. You get the appraisal. You type up a deed of trust just between you and them, right?
Okay.
Long as the appraisal go through, now I mean, long as the appraisal go through cool and fine. Now I mean, run the line of credit. You do the line of credit. Now I mean, you could either wire him the money or cut him the check once you do the line of credit.
Right, but
And then
Orlando, what I'm trying to get is where do I get the money from to be able to pay them to buy their house? When
you do the
typically I go and I get a
line.
mortgage to do so.
You do a line. No, you do a line of credit.
Okay,
You
understood.
do a line of credit, right? So after that line of credit, then you either wire him the money or you cut him a check. Once that check clear, then you had the IRS do the 1099-C cancellation of debt. Anything over 600, it's got to be wiped off. But you have the IRS come in as the fiduciary and you get them to do the Form 56. They're the fiduciary trustee and you do an affidavit explaining what you will need them to do and everything like that. So,
Orlando, you blowing my mind.
hey, it's real.
It's
It's
real.
real. It's real.
Okay, how long does the process take though?
I like to be on the safe side, so I put it out there like 6 to 12 months.
6 to 12 months.
It could be sooner, but
Okay.
I like to be on the safe side though.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So we get a line of credit, right? I just want to break this down. You ain't got to go, do you? You got to go?
No. Go ahead.
All right.
Go on.
All right. I see you entertaining somebody in the background, so I just want to make
No.
sure.
That was my wife. That was my wife. She was trying
Okay.
to
Let
ask me.
Let her know we said hello. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so let's break this down, right? So you want to buy a house. Okay, a person
Right.
wants to buy a house.
Right.
Okay. They get a line of credit, okay, to purchase the house.
Hmm.
Assuming though, but let's just say the house is worth $300,000, right? So they
Right.
have to have a credit-worthy profile for them to be able to even obtain a $300,000.
But let me go back to that.
Okay.
You already got one because you are a private lender extending the credit to the financial institution once that John Hancock goes on that document. And that document better be a bilateral contract. Because if it's a unilateral contract, it's already voided out even after you run the credit. And you better get me to sign the SSA 89 form, or the IRS is going to be all up in this situation.
But you know they're not going to get us to sign one though, right?
Exactly. That's how.
Okay, so the people in the comments are asking, have you done this before? Stuff like that. So they're just kind of tapping in. And so the answer is yes, he's done this before. And he's actually had some people on here kind of vouching for him. Orlando, you're a pretty interesting guy.
Thank you.
So what's some first steps
You were a
that
good interview. You were a good interview, by the way.
so what's some first steps that people can do today, right, to kind of get started on this journey?
Well, I'm going to be putting out a checklist, but just to let you know, the first thing is that we have to do a consultation with you just to know where you are in your whole process.
Mm-hmm.
Two is then, once we get past the initial consultation, then we send you a copy of the contract. Now, I'll go over anything with you, if you have any questions about the contract. Now once we get all the details situated with the time.
I
Go ahead.
got it. So
You want to ask me? Go
I
ahead.
want I want to make sure we get Tiffany's question before she drops off, but she's asking what makes us a private lender. I can't wait to hear your answer.
The Truth in Lending Act 15 USC Section 1602 definition credit. The one that extends the credit when it comes down to property or loans or anything of that sort. Now I don't remember the verbiage directly. I normally do, but that definition is so long that even I can't remember. But I do know in that section, I that's seared in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
That in that section, it calls you a private lender. Anyone can go in the computer and type that section up, and you will find that it calls you a private lender.
Okay.
So that section already lets them know, yo, you understand that you extend, like in a car, it tells you gave them a security, you gave them rights into the security of your car, but you did. It says it in their own contract, but they know the consumer doesn't read it.
Mm. Mm.
And
Okay, so
I told somebody, and I told people on my live, if they want, somebody can bring up their contract, and I will dissect your contract live.
which contract you want to mine? Which contract? Because I'll give you any contract you want.
Give me your car contract.
And my car is paid off.
I don't care. They still owe you money. You keep talking about it's paid off. You left money on the table. Hello?
What, run that back. Run that back. What you saying? So I'm okay. So run that back. I
You
have
left
two paid
money.
off cars, right? I paid them.
Okay.
So
I
who owe
know
me
the two.
what?